Thank you, Chairman Corker, Ranking Member Cardin, and members of the committee for this opportunity to testify on Central America and our important work in the region. I also want to thank the committee for its strong bipartisan support for our efforts in Central America. The security and prosperity of Central America is an essential national security priority for the United States. Over the next decade, as many as 6 million people will enter the labor pool in Central America, where low job growth and high crime rates lead many to choose emigration to Mexico and the United States over poverty and insecurity. To provide a viable alternative, the United States and its partners in the region are taking actions that combine immediate efforts, such as targeting alien smuggling networks and launching public messaging campaigns to highlight the dangers of the journey north, with longer-term investments to address the underlying conditions of the region's long-standing economic, security, and governance challenges. In our implementation of the U.S. strategy for engagement in Central America, we seek the right balance of short and long-term action that will ultimately provide an environment where citizens of Central America can remain and thrive in their own home communities. We believe sustained international assistance that balances security, governance, and prosperity, combined with demonstrated political will by regional governments and their respective private sectors and civil societies, has the greatest potential to affect positive change. Political will is the most important ingredient. The Department of State, U.S. Agency for International Development, and other U.S. agencies work with regional governments to strengthen criminal justice, improve governance practices, and promote stronger and more equitable economic growth. We work with international financial institutions, the private sector, and most importantly, civil society and community-based organizations in the region. Northern Triangle governments themselves will devote $2.6 billion in 2016 to support their development plan, the Alliance for Prosperity. To ensure sustainability over the long run, these governments have taken numerous steps. In Guatemala, President Morales just extended the mandate of the International Commission Against Impunity in Guatemala, known by its acronym CICIG, and appointed a new tax and customs administration superintendent. Facing a skyrocketing homicide rate, the Salvadoran Legislative Assembly unanimously approved a bill on April 1 to reduce the ability of gang leaders to direct murders, extortions, and other crimes from prison. Last year, we aligned U.S. assistance with the government's Safe El Salvador plan, and as a result, we saw declines in crime and violence in those areas where we jointly targeted our support. Honduras has lowered its homicide rate by 1/3 from 2011 to 2015, and its legislature recently approved, again by a near unanimous vote, the OAS-led Mission Against Corruption and Impunity in Honduras. However, the tragic murder of indigenous and environmental activist Berta Cáceres on March 3rd highlights the vulnerability of human rights defenders and the deficits in civilian security in Honduras. We continue to call on the Honduran government to conduct a prompt, thorough, and transparent investigation to ensure it brings to justice those responsible. We also continue to respond to the sustained elevated levels of unaccompanied children and family migration from the region. Our assistance also ensures respect for the rights of migrants and protection as guaranteed under domestic and international law. The Central American governments must demonstrate political will to make the difficult decisions that can lead to systemic reform. The transformation we seek will not happen overnight, and there may be many setbacks on the path to success. But only through sustained commitment, both ours and theirs, will Central America realize its potential. Thank you again, and I look forward to any questions you have.